If you do what it is that you're called upon to do, which is to lift your eyes up above the mundane, daily, selfish, impulsive issues that might beset you, and attempt to enter into a contractual relationship with that which you might hold in the highest regard, whatever that might be, to aim high and to make that important above all else in your life, that fortifies you against the vicissitudes of existence like nothing else can. And I truly believe that that's the most practical advice that you could possibly receive. The way that you fortify your faith in life is to assume the best, something like that, and then to act courageously in relationship to that. And that's tantamount to expressing your faith in the highest possible good. It's tantamount to expressing your faith in God. And it's not a matter of stating, well, I believe in the existence of a transcendent deity, because in some sense, who cares what you believe? I mean, you might and all that, but that's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue, it seems to me, is how you act. The issue is not what you believe as if it's a set of facts, but how you conduct yourself in the world. The purpose of thinking is to let your thoughts die instead of you. It's a brilliant notion. And so the idea is something like, you can conjure up a representation of yourself. You can conjure up a variety of potential representations of yourself in the future. You can lay out how those future representations of yourself are likely to prevail or fail. You can cull the potential yous in the future that will fail, and then you can embody the ones that will succeed. You do that while simultaneously conjuring up a representation of your current state and determining for yourself, because of your undue suffering, which elements of your pathetic being need to be given up so that you can move forward into that future. And the goal, what is it that you're aiming at with that work and that sacrifice? That's the ultimate question. What is it that you're trying to do? You're trying to improve the future. We believe that the future can be improved. We believe that it can be improved as a consequence of our sacrificial work. And so, once again, what are the limitations? What are the limits to that? What are the necessary limits to that? I would say we don't know. We conjured up this remarkable idea. The future exists. We can see it even though it's only potential. We can.
Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another beautiful, blessed, and grateful day. Fired up, ready to go ahead and take on today. It has been a fantastic week so far already, even though we are just getting started on Tuesday. Monday, we really set the tone for the week, right? Getting the schedule organized, getting everybody really prepared to go ahead and be able to profit inside of the markets, whether you can make the schedule in the morning or maybe at nighttime, getting everybody ready to go ahead and take on their e-commerce store. This is going to be a monumental month coming into the month of November, and it all starts with the preparation that we have right now. So fired up, ready to dive into today's topic. We're going to be going over the secret sauce, right? The secret, how to go ahead and become unstoppable. So ready for today. But before we go ahead and dive into the topic, what is everybody grateful for? Grateful to be alive, grateful for God, grateful for the mind, for the body, for the spirit, for this wonderful morning we got in the morning routine. Absolutely vibrating. We are coming up on day 90, right? Day 90. This has been a long time coming, 3 months inside of this journey. And today was day 88. So go ahead and drop it down below. What day of consistency is everybody on so far? And let me be the first to tell you that I am so proud of you for making the decision to keep going, because let me tell you, it's not easy, right? Doing something day in and day out, there's nothing easy about that. But here's what I've come to realize, right? What's easy to do is also easy not to do. What is important to you, right? So at the end of the day, don't underestimate the little daily routine that is adding up, the daily rituals, because I'm telling you, it's going to compound. You yourself, from day 1 and day 90, I can tell you, if you look in the mirror in 3 days time, 3 months time, you're a completely different human than you were starting this challenge. So trust me, even looking from the inside out, you may not be able to see the growth, but let me tell you, from the outside looking in, it is phenomenal to be able to see, and you are just getting started. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Here we go. We are talking about how to go ahead and become unstoppable. Look at Lady Boss Nikki, day 78. Shane and Talina busted through day 100. They're going on their 180-day run. It's time to double it up. I love it. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right, family, the secret sauce for today. So here's the deal, right? A lot of individuals, we're looking for the script. We're looking for the blueprint to go out and hit chairman. Well, at the end of the day, we don't need necessarily a script. And as far as the blueprint and the system, it's already laid out. It's already there. We don't have to go out and spend thousands of dollars to go ahead and recreate the wheel, spend thousands of dollars to go ahead and make some new products and get them patented. The hard work has already been done. Chris Terry spent millions of dollars to go ahead and create this platform so that he can have the hard work done. For most of us, all we have to do is meet with belief, meet with a little bit of work ethic, and be able to take this information and duplicate it, right? Because everything that we're learning is duplicatable. It's not just meant for us to learn; we can impact others as well. So here's what I've come to learn in the past 4 to 5 years. There's no magic script. There's no magic secret blueprint. At the end of the day, the real secret sauce comes down. Guess who it comes down to? Guess who the X factor is when it comes to the secret sauce? Who can give me an idea? You ready? The secret factor is you, and it is I. We're the X factor. We are the secret sauce, right? And one of the biggest hindrances that comes when it comes to this journey of growth is, let's see, you can drop it down below. What do you think one of the biggest hindrances for most of us is? When it comes to becoming unstoppable, what do you think one of the biggest things that makes us hit the brakes along the road to success? You ready? I'll give it to you right here. Self-talk. Self-talk is by far one of the biggest hindrances that any of us are ever going to come across, because here's what I've been able to see, right? How many want to actually go ahead and become financially free? How many want time freedom? How many want to be able to live a life on their terms, right? Whatever success, whatever freedom is to them. But what's holding everybody back? The self-talk, the belief, the lid that we've all put on our own skill sets, on our own talents, on our own voice, okay? So what I want you guys to go ahead and start getting in the mindset of and thinking about today is a couple of different things, okay? First thing I want to ask you, when we point, right, if I were to ask everybody right now, no matter where you're sitting, point to the most important person in the room. Can you do that for me? No matter where you're at, if you're at work, if you're driving, point to the most important person in the room. And tell me what the answer is. You ready? You know what the answer is? You, yourself. You are the most important person in the room, because if you don't help yourself, how are you going to be able to help? How are you going to be able to impact? How are you going to be able to influence anybody else inside of your life? So this is huge when it comes down to understanding that we need to be selfish before we can go out and be selfless, okay? So at the end of 11:11, paint your vision. So at the end of this, you're really going to be able to put a couple of things into perspective. All right, let's keep going down the rabbit hole. Why do many wake up exhausted? Why do many wake up lazy? Why do many wake up lethargic? Ready? Here's one of the biggest habits, one of the biggest X's that most people do that they can cut out literally today. They can cut this out today. They can start this tomorrow. You ready? Many wake up exhausted. Many wake up groggy. Many wake up lazy and lethargic. 11:11, paint your vision. Here's why. Because they're grabbing their phone in the first 15 minutes when they get up in the morning. So you guys could have heard this for the past 6 months, for the past year, for the past 2 years. But if you don't actually apply it, it doesn't matter. To know and to not do is to not know at all. So if you want a supernatural hack, if you want to truly be able to wake up and take advantage of the first 20 minutes in your day, the first 20 minutes is by far one of the most important parts for your brain, because you're in what's called a theta state. You see, your brain is most susceptible to information when we're in a theta state. So whether that be negative, whether that be positive, whether that be tapping into visualizations and meditating, this is when you can really take advantage and control your day, right? So this is big. All right. So that's the first thing I want to go ahead and get you guys to think about. Number 2, right? The second reason why people wake up maybe exhausted, maybe feeling lazy, okay? They're pissed off about somebody that's not even inside of the room. How many of us have ever been there? That's me. I've been there many times, whether I was upset about somebody that did me wrong, whether I was upset about a family member. It could be so many different scenarios. It could be somebody that had cut me off months ago and I was still thinking about it, right? We've all been there. But this is so true. So take the time to think about today. Did you have anybody on your mind that was causing you tension, that was causing you a little bit of unease? And here's the deal. Until we let that go, until we can forgive, that's going to be a weight. That's going to be a baggage that, guess what? That's going to sit on your shoulders every day, that you're going to have to wake up and carry And until you're able to let that go, you're going to wonder why everyday life seems so heavy, why it's so hard to go ahead and get up and beat the alarm clock, because there's weight sitting on your shoulders. So when we can let the weights go, now you can go ahead and move freely. Nano broke it down today, right? Forgiveness, one of the biggest pieces to go ahead and living a peaceful life, right? Number three, third thing. A lot of people might want more in life, okay? Many of us want more. We know we can do more, so we can go ahead and be more. But here's the problem, okay? Some are living a nightmare because they're scared to live their dream, because they think that they think they have to steal it from others. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Hold up, let me get IG back so IG can catch this. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. Check this out. Many feel like they're living a nightmare because they're scared to live out their dream, because they have to go ahead and steal it from others. So what do I mean by that, right? Over the past 5+ years, I've seen so many individuals pass me up. It's not even funny. Whether it be trading, whether it be educating, whether it be chairman, right? But here's what I understood: everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own timing. So when you can start to understand that, you're going to be able to put life in a whole different perspective. You have your own lane. You have your own path. So don't worry about what's going on with everybody else's success or everybody else's not success, right? At the end of the day, you are the X factor. Okay, the speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. So you can actually go ahead and determine the speed of your success, the speed of your growth, by simply being able to understand that we don't have to go ahead and watch others' pockets. We don't have to go ahead and keep looking at others, because at the end of the day, your race is your race. Okay, yes, we can learn. Yes, we can go ahead and tweak ideas and make it our own. But understand, if somebody else got the mail, your mail is coming. Okay, the third reason I wanted to go ahead and talk about why most people wake up lazy, lethargic, and exhausted and pissed off. You ready? They have what's called the DIY method. they're doing a lot of things in life by themselves. They're trying to learn how to trade by themselves. They're trying to learn how to build a brand by themselves. They're trying to build an organization by themselves, and they wonder why they're still stuck in the same spot. And here's the deal: I've been there. I've been in all three of these, right? I've tried to recreate the wheel. I've tried to go off and trade by myself and make my own trades. But here's what I didn't know at the time. Until I had the thousands of hours put in, I wasn't ready to go ahead and do things by myself. Right? At the end of the day, why do you think elite athletes, they still have a mentor? Why do you think Mike Tyson, still one of the best boxers alive, was learning from one of the greatest coaches that ever existed? Because it doesn't matter where your skill set's at. We can always still get better. We can always continue to grow. Okay? So this is big. So the do-it-yourself method, guess what? It has a 90% fail rate. So in any aspect of this business, if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to learn how to build a brand and grow yourself on social media, you want to go ahead and dive in the ECX store, it doesn't matter what side, what arena you want to go ahead and dive in. I can tell you right now, the DIY method will never work. This is why they say you can go fast by yourself, but you go far with the family, right? That's why they say teamwork makes the dream work. The dream team, everybody inside of the dream team, you have strengths, you have things that you bring to the table. Now to be able to put these together, this is where the magic truly happens, right? Every professional golfer still has a swing coach. So important, right? DCX Pratt talking about the 10,000 hour rule. Facts. It's true. Let's keep it going. You ready? How many wake up with pains, right? You wake up, your shoulders might be stressed out. You're waking up with migraines. You're driving to work feeling like you want to go ahead and rip the steering wheel off of the actual piece that it's on. Okay, we've all been there, and this is what this comes down to: is being able to master emotions, mastering letting go, and being able to understand that we are in control of what we can control. Everything else can't do anything, right? I'm connected to everything, but I'm also attached to nothing. So I want to go ahead and tie this in real quick. You ready? If law of attraction is real, then let me ask you this. Why do we bring up our wounds? Because what do we do when we talk about our wounds? Okay? Essentially, we're reopening the wound. We're bringing more misery around into the conversation. This is why they say misery loves company. So if you have problems, here's what I've come to learn: bring your problems up. Don't bring your problems down to your friends. Don't bring your problems down to your social media. Don't bring your problems down to your stories. Because I'm telling you right now, at the end of the day, guess what? the truth is, most people don't care. They don't care about your problems. In fact, most people, they want to see you doing a little bit worse so they can feel better about themselves. So this is big. This is where you start to learn the difference between a wound and a scar. You see, being able to speak from the wound is you're speaking about something, a problem that you're dealing with right now, and you're going to be able to suck everybody else's negative energy inside of exactly how you feel. But you see, it changes when you decide to go ahead and live from a point of having power and not strength. Everybody on here, you have strength. Sean tells all of us all the time, you have strength. You're strong as an ox. I don't need you to get stronger. I need you to get your power. You see the difference? What's power? Power is being able to let go. Power is being able to let go of ego. Power is being able to get rid of the addiction to other people's approval. Power is being able to wake up in the morning, understand that you make a difference and you are valued and that you matter. That's true power. You see the difference? Now I can go ahead and step into who I'm destined to be, and you can do the same as well. So here's what I want to go ahead and give you an example to think about. I love to give you visualizations to really paint this picture. Okay, how many people wear glasses? How many people do you know that wear glasses? A handful. You can think about a couple, right? Drop some threes down below if you can think about people that wear glasses. If there's anybody in your life that's giving you negativity, that's giving you any form of hate, that's giving you any form of discomfort, here's what I want you to understand, okay? People are only speaking to you from the lens that they can see. People are only speaking about you from the lens that they can see from. So when people are giving you the negativity, when people are saying they don't believe in you, guess what? Their glasses might be cracked. Their glasses might be foggy. They're not able to see from a clear lens. So this is what I had to learn on the come up of the journey. People don't have the same vision that I have. So if they're looking at what I'm doing and I'm not willing to switch bank accounts, I'm not willing to switch lifestyles, I'm not willing to switch self-belief or self-confidence, there's no way I'm going to be willing to accept their opinion. And this is huge because you can think about how many people that we're so afraid to post because we're afraid about what they think. How many of us were so afraid to use our voice because we're scared of what our family is going to say about us. Oh, you're doing that thing? Oh, you're doing that thing? Guess what? That thing ended up being one of the biggest opportunities that changed not just my life, but many around us. In fact, it got so big that we don't even call it an opportunity anymore. We call it a solution. My father thought trading in crypto was one of the biggest scams that exists. Fun fact now, he's all in, right? The closest people around me said trading crypto is never going to work. You know what's funny? They all invested now. They're all inside of crypto. They're all inside of the markets. But years ago, they were telling me it's a scam. I'm never going to be able to make any money. So if people are calling you crazy, if people are looking at you like an oddball, that must mean most of the time that you're doing something right because you're following the masses and you're doing the opposite. When you're doing the opposite of most people, you're going to look weird. You're going to stick out. But this is where the 1% is. This is where the magic lies. Free advertising, right? It's true. All right. And last couple of things I want to go ahead and leave you guys off with today is right here. I want to touch back on yesterday's lesson. Okay. So on the uncreate, delete, and restore your dream, I want to give you guys the 4 different types of people that there are. So because many of us, when you go out and you build this business, when you go out and you build your organization, when you go out and you build the brand and you start learning how to talk to your audience on social media, there's 4 different people that you guys are going to end up talking to as you start coming across different types of people. And it's very important that you actually take the time to figure out what they are, because I'm telling you, if you speak to everybody the same, you're going to wonder why you're getting the same results. Okay. So I want to go ahead and break down the 4 different types of people that everybody is going to meet inside of your life. Okay. So go ahead and get your notes out. 4 kinds of people. You ready? The engineer. The engineer is the type of person that they speak out loud. They're not very detailed. They love to help. They're the show me the facts type of person. Okay. You got that? So you have the engineer, and this comes down to the 4 colors, right? There's 4 colors. There's 4 different types of animals that there are out in the world. It's the same idea whether we're talking about physical or whether we're talking about animals, right? You have sharks, dolphins, whales, and urchins. You see, a shark is going to be somebody that's very competitive. They love to compete. They love competition. And then you have the whale, somebody that loves people. They love to impact. They love to give back, right? How many of you know the urchin? somebody that has to ask every question in the book, somebody that has to know every single little detailed answer to what it is that they're doing. We all know these types of people. We've all been there. But this is important when you start to realize that this is how people operate. Because if you speak to everybody like they're the same, you're going to get the same results. Okay. So this is the 4 different types of people that you guys can start to think about when it comes to your business, when it comes to your audience, because everybody's going to be different. Some people are going to be more about impact and being able to help and being able to be around a team and an organization. Others are going to be very results oriented. They want to see the trades. They want to see the withdrawal. They want to see the e-commerce success, right? Then you have others that are going to want to know every little detail about what is that they're doing. What is e-commerce? How does it work? How can I actually drop ship and really make money from home? So when you start learning how people think, you're going to start to realize that you can speak to each and every one of them differently. That's why there's no script. There's no cookie cutter conversation for this business. It's about learning people. It's about learning psychology. It's about learning how others think. Okay. So to go ahead and end off today, here's what I want you guys to go ahead and think about, right? How many are afraid of public speaking? How many are afraid of public speaking? I've been there, okay? I used to stutter on my stories. I failed public speaking in college pretty much. But here's the nugget for today. The truth is, almost anybody that you look at, anybody walking, is afraid of public speaking, okay? Most people are afraid of public speaking. If you even see people that are energetic, I guarantee you throw them in front of 200 people, they're going to be nervous. They're going to have a little bit of butterflies in their stomach. But here's what I also want you to understand. Many are afraid of public speaking, but more are afraid of silence. Many are afraid of public speaking, but more are afraid of silence. This is why for many of you, when you speak, if you wonder why you use ums, like, I don't know, it's because you don't know what to do with the silence. Many are not great at public speaking, myself included at the beginning, because I didn't know what to do with the silence. I didn't know how to be able to think. I didn't know how to go ahead and organize my thoughts, because there was so much jumble, there was so much mess, there was so much clutter inside of my mind. Whether it was dealing with forgiveness, whether it was worrying about what other people think, whether it was thinking about so many other things that had nothing to do with where I was going, what I was speaking, and the value that I was giving out. So the same thing goes for every one of you guys. If you go and speak on your story today and you stop worrying about what other people think, you stop thinking about any negative comment that's going to come your way, and you think about the message and you think about the energy and you think about the feeling that you're giving off, here's what I can promise you. People are not going to remember what you say. They're going to remember how you made them feel. Remember that. That's my biggest nugget I can go and each of you with today. Nobody's going to remember what you say. They're going to remember how you made them feel. So be the one to be light. Be the one to encourage. Be the one to go ahead and boost somebody up today, and watch how much that comes back to you in abundance. Whether it's a DM, whether it's meeting them in person, whether it's giving out a story, be the one to bring the energy, and I promise you it's going to come back tenfold. And let me tell you, you are going to become unstoppable. And this is the secret. Letting go of self-talk, letting go of addiction to other people's approval, and really believing that you make a difference, you value, and your voice matters. So family, that is my training for you guys today. I hope you guys got a little something. If you guys got a little piece, if you're fired up and ready to go ahead and take advantage, drop some threes, smash that like button down below. And my topic for you guys to go ahead and end this thing off, we feeling good. Your favorite entrepreneur family, define dreams, go out and go make it happen. Remember, you can do or have anything you can hold in your mind. You can hold it right here in your hand. Let's go.